I do other things that I know are more market friendly. It's very, very difficult to time the market, to time the top, time the bottom. Nobody can do it, but
Right.
you can get the direction correct. So if I see that the bottom is going down, I know I don't want to get in that direction. Once I see it starts to pick back up, then it's time to do this strategy again. Not to say that you can't do it. It would be very hard to do volume, how we were doing before, but you can still find deals here and there if you know what you're doing. But I
Right.
just be very smart about it and really take into consideration the days on market. I wouldn't underwrite anything less than 8 months
Yep.
for a hold. Keep in mind, we do stuff usually in 4 to 6 months.
Yep.
Another thing that a lot of people overlook when they're doing fix and flip is they think they will buy one day, do zero repairs, resell another. There's a 90-day anti-flip FHA rule, right? So most of your buyers, if you're doing properties under 500,000 ARV, for example, are going to be FHA buyers. So you got to have at least 90 days seasoning before it's eligible to resell. And depending on the sales price, you might even need two appraisals to make sure there's no predatory lending or anything funny going on. So little caveats of things that you just don't know what you don't know until you go through it and then we're like, oh, how do we deal with this? So
Such a good point there. We've run into that even being the bank and
yeah.
foreclosing and then fix up and
Hmm.
selling. Whereas the mortgage, oh, you're a fix and flipper. Like, no, 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 this wasn't a
Yeah.
flip. This was a
Yeah.
foreclosure REO play. And we
Exactly.
still end up, we went back and forth, went back, still end up having to hold it for 90 days
Yeah.
to get it moved. So you're exactly right. Pick on,
Yeah.
if even it's a quick flip, that 90 day to get that increased value is something that most people don't think about. And
Exactly.
that leads me
Exactly.
to another question on that there for you. Would you recommend folks staying in the lower price range, buyers,
One.
more so than that 400 and beyond kind of
Yeah.
secondary range?
Yeah. Yeah, 1000%. And over the past year, we've really dialed in on our buying criteria, right? I got caught with the hey, I've never lost money in 17 years doing real estate, and I became starting to drink my own Kool-Aid a little bit, overconfident on deals, over optimistic, be like, oh no, I've done it before, we can do it again, and really started buying properties on a riskier profile than we should have. And definitely now, I would recommend getting your average medium sales price off that area you buying, and they'll go above 25-30% above
Yeah,
that.
I
In
like that
which
number.
here in Dallas Fort Worth, depending on what numbers you look at, you're going to be looking around 450, 490, 420
Yeah.
for your medium. So I would say definitely stay under 600K ARV. And there's also a huge play in the affordability housing. So if you are able to either do a new build spec home or manufactured home or anything that you can price it under 400,000, under 350, under 300 all day, there's really a demand for that because prices are uh, so much higher with personal wage and affordability way down.
Yeah.
If you are truly able to get that angle on the affordable housing, highly recommend. And that is a strategy, especially if you combine what Scott teaches on seller finance. There's a really big appetite for that.
Now, would you be in the DFW market? Or well, let
Mhm.
me let me let me rephrase it.
Yeah,
Are you is DFW primarily your backyard? Have you done stuff like in
yeah.
Houston or San Antonio or Austin, or is that you stick to your one area
Yeah,
there for the most part?
I like to stay 100 miles in my backyard
Okay.
because I am hands-on. There's plenty of business here in my backyard to do. With that said, if I'm doing a private lending deal, a hard money deal, I would go to major MSAs in Texas that I feel comfortable with. No more than 10% of my whole portfolio. But 90% would be concentrated here in Dallas Fort Worth. I have done, I will not go outside of Texas because I like the Texas market. I know the non-judicial foreclosure laws. I'm licensed in Texas, so I know the ins and outs. So I
Yep.
don't have any desire to go to other states. I will go into other markets if it makes sense and I feel comfortable. And it kind of depends. Our resources are always, it's always a game, right?
Yeah.
So it depends. do we have a lot of capital to deploy and to allocate, or are we kind of constrained a little bit? It's always up and down. So it kind of depends if it makes sense or not. And then we make that decision accordingly. Most importantly, I have partners in all major Texas. So if I can do the deal, I can point you in the right direction, or I can connect you to the right person. So we can always be of value to whoever comes to us or whatever deal comes across our desk.
Great counsel there from
Yeah,
somebody who's done it. That's the beautiful thing I like. Awesome.
yeah,
Good stuff there.
yeah.
What other points you get on your top five there, or did we just cover them all?
Man, there's so many. I'm actually writing a book. I'm
Oh,
actually writing a
nice.
book. Yeah, it comes out in April. It's called 48 Laws of Flipping. It's a little play on the 48 laws of was it power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Abundance or
But
something
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah, so I've been trying to get them all out. But yeah, so I would say another big one is gonna be how long it takes you, right? We most of us do stuff with high leverage. I would say a high cost of capital, depending on how your capital stack is and how you're structuring your deals. Most likely you are either close to the lower double digit in interest or higher single digit. So time is of the essence, you know. So you might budget, 2 months for a rehab. It might take you 4 months, and then additional to sell, right? So we have a rule of thumb that we use. We like to say that every $10,000 of the scope is going to take us about 2 weeks.
Yep.
Or I like to say that every $1,000 worth of labor is going to take us one business day. That's kind of like our rule of thumb. I kind of have my prices dialed in on if I'm going to do a cosmetic or a lipstick or a vandalized or a luxury or a custom. So I know what my price per square footage is going to be. And keep in mind, these days, AI technology is moving so fast, and there's so many great tools out there that can make your productivity 100x. So take advantage of that on the reliable data. So I would say, know your repair numbers, and then know how long it's going to take you. Most of our rehab, we run give you a little breakdown on how we run our construction crew. So we have several companies that service us as clients only. So we run our own construction company. So our construction company is fully licensed. The only client is ourselves, but we run a full operation. So I'm not waiting on anybody to pull permits because I'm able to do it under my umbrella. So we're
Right.
insured. We have all the trades, licensed trades under us. So that bypasses the time. And then we run I don't have a construction background. I know I might look like I know what I'm doing on construction, but I don't. My strength is negotiating, is the finance, is the structures, the deal
Yeah.
finding. I'm not a construction guy, but I've gotten very good at estimating how much it's going to cost me because we've done it so much. But we run four main GCs, general contractors. Each GC runs a four-man crew for general labor. I do not give more than two projects per GC. I've learned that the hard way. And then these guys, they're not the retail Angie List company, right? These are solopreneurs, family guys that I work on a one-on-one. Uh, they provide great quality, but great prices most importantly.
Right.
And for most of them, I'm their only clients because I keep them busy all day long. Some of these guys I've paid close to seven figures just on labor over the years that they've been with me. So
Right.
it's relationship. It really is. I know their family, everything else.